What if I told you that one simple food, something very easy to find, can help your blood flow better after the age of 60, and most people still ignore it? And the scary part is, many people don't even realize their arteries are getting blocked until something serious happens. Welcome to Dr. Danzy Senior Health Tips. I'm Dr. Danzy, and today I want to talk to you in a very simple, honest way, just like I talk to my own patients. Because this is not just information, this could protect your life. Let me tell you a real situation I see very often. One of my patients, a man around 68 years old, used to come to me for regular checkups. He was a simple person. Every morning, he went for a walk. He didn't smoke. He ate home-cooked food. He always told me, "Doctor, I think I'm doing everything right." And honestly, it looked like he was. But one day he said something small, something many people ignore. He said, "Sometimes when I climb stairs, I feel a little tightness here." And he pointed to his chest. Not pain, just a little pressure. And then he smiled and said, "It's probably just age, right?" This is where most people make a dangerous mistake. They ignore small signs. They wait. They think, it's nothing serious, but the body gives signals, very softly at first. A few weeks later, something unexpected happened. One morning, while getting ready, he suddenly felt dizzy. His heart started beating fast. He had to sit down. His family rushed him to the hospital, and there, we found the truth. His artery was more than 70% blocked. 70%. And he didn't even know. That's the dangerous thing about blocked arteries. They don't always give loud warning signs. Sometimes they stay silent for years. Now let me explain this in a very simple way. Think of your arteries like water pipes in your home. When the pipes are clean, water flows easily. But slowly, dirt and waste start sticking inside. The pipe becomes narrow. Water still flows, but not properly. And one day, it can get blocked completely. That's exactly what happens inside your body. In your arteries, a sticky layer called plaque starts building up over time because of food, stress, aging, and inflammation. At first, you don't feel anything, but slowly, blood flow becomes weaker. And when blood cannot reach your heart properly, problems begin. Now here's a very common myth. Many people think, I don't eat oily food, so my heart is safe. But that is not fully true. One of my patients, a 72-year-old woman, had a very light diet. She avoided oil, avoided fried food, ate packaged, healthy snacks. But she came to me with one simple complaint. She said, "Dr. Danzy, I feel tired all the time. No pain, no major issue, just tired." Now many people ignore this too, but I checked her carefully. And what I found was surprising. Her blood circulation was weak. Her arteries were starting to narrow. And the reason? Not obvious. Because the problem was hidden. Those packaged, healthy foods she was eating were actually causing inflammation in her body. This is the trap. Sometimes what we think is healthy is slowly harming us. So now you might be thinking, if not just cholesterol, then what is the real problem? The answer is very simple. Inflammation. Let me explain again in an easy way. Inside your arteries, there is a smooth lining. When your body has inflammation, this lining becomes rough. And when it becomes rough, sticky plaque starts to attach easily, like dust sticking to a dirty surface. So even if your cholesterol is not very high, inflammation can still damage your arteries. That's why some people look healthy, but still face heart problems. Now let me ask you something honestly. Do you ever feel tired without reason? Do you sometimes feel slight heaviness in your chest? Do you ignore it, thinking it's just age? If yes, please don't ignore it anymore, because these small signs are your body asking for help. But here is the good news. Your body can improve. Your arteries can become healthier if you support them the right way. And this is where something very simple comes in. There is one natural food, very easy to add in daily life, that can help your blood flow better, reduce inflammation, and support your heart. In fact, in one study of older adults, people who added this food regularly saw up to 75% improvement in blood flow. 75%. That's a big change. But the problem is, most people either don't know about it, or they use it in the wrong way, and then they don't see any benefit. That's why on Dr. Danzy Senior Health Tips, I always try to explain things in a simple and practical way. No confusion, no complicated science, just what actually works. Now, before I tell you what this food is, I want you to do one small thing. If you care about your heart or your family's health, subscribe to Dr. Danzy Senior Health Tips, because the next part is very important. I will show you exactly what this food is, how to use it correctly, and what happened to my patients after they started using it. And trust me, that result surprised even me. Now let's continue, because what I'm about to share next is something very simple, but very powerful. And this is the part most people don't understand correctly. The food I was talking about is garlic. Yes, simple garlic. The same garlic sitting quietly in your kitchen. But don't underestimate it, because when used the right way, garlic can do something very special inside your body. Let me explain in a very easy way. Inside your blood vessels, there is a natural chemical that helps them relax and open up. This helps blood flow smoothly. As we age, this function becomes weaker. Blood vessels become tight, stiff, and narrow. This is one of the biggest reasons why blood flow reduces after 60. Now here's where garlic helps. Garlic contains natural compounds that help your blood vessels relax. It improves something called nitric oxide activity in the body. Don't worry about the name. Just remember this. It helps your blood vessels open up, so blood can flow more easily, like opening a blocked road. Now let me tell you what happened with one of my patients, that same 72-year-old woman I told you about. After we identified the problem, I made one small change in her routine. I told her to start using garlic, but in a very specific way. Not cooked too much, not fried, and not in large amounts. Just simple, raw, in the right quantity. At first, she was unsure. She said, "Can something so simple really help?" But she followed the routine. Within 2 weeks, she came back and said something interesting. She said, "Dr. Danzy, I feel lighter. I don't feel that constant tiredness anymore." Within a few months, her reports improved. Her circulation markers got better. And most importantly, she felt more energetic. This is the after part. But the bridge was simple. A small daily habit change. Now, here's another important thing. Many people make a mistake with garlic. They cook it too much. They fry it until it turns brown, or they mix it in heavy oil. When you do this, most of its beneficial compounds get destroyed, and then you don't get the real benefit. This is where people say, "I tried garlic, it didn't work." But the problem is not garlic. The problem is how it is used. So what is the right way? Very simple. Take 1 or 2 small cloves of garlic, crush them lightly, and let them sit for about 5 to 10 minutes. This step is very important, because when garlic is crushed, it releases a powerful compound that helps your heart. After that, you can take it with water or mix it in a little food. Not too much, not complicated, just simple. Now let's break another myth. Many people believe that only medicines can fix heart problems. This is not fully true. Medicines are important, yes, but daily habits are just as important. In fact, a study of around 2,000 seniors showed that those who improved their daily diet and added natural anti-inflammatory foods had almost 2 times better heart health outcomes compared to those who depended only on medication. This doesn't mean you should stop your medicines. Never do that without your doctor's advice. But it means you have more control than you think. Now, let me tell you about another patient. A 70-year-old man, very disciplined. He was taking all his medicines regularly. But still, his reports were not improving much. He felt frustrated. He said, "I'm doing everything. Why am I not getting better?" So we looked deeper into his daily routine, and we found small gaps. Very small things, like lack of natural foods, too much processed snacks, and almost no anti-inflammatory foods. So we made simple changes. We added garlic, some natural foods, improved hydration, and small lifestyle corrections. Nothing extreme, just consistent. After 3 months, his reports improved, his energy improved, and most importantly, his risk level reduced. This is what most people don't realize. Big changes don't always come from big actions. They come from small, daily habits. Now, I want to ask you something again. Are you waiting for a big problem before taking action? Or are you willing to make small changes now to avoid that danger? Because heart problems don't happen in one day. They build slowly, and they can be improved slowly too. Now, here's something very important. Garlic alone is not magic. It works best when your overall lifestyle supports it. If you eat unhealthy food all day and then take garlic, it won't cancel everything. That's another common mistake. You need to support your body completely. And don't worry, I will guide you step by step. But before we go further, if you're finding this helpful, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to Dr. Danzy Senior Health Tips, because the next part is something many people completely ignore. And this one mistake can silently block your arteries, even if you are eating healthy. And what I'm going to show you next might surprise you and even change your daily routine completely.